Hey everyone, welcome to Thor Repairs. As you can see, today I'm dealing with a dead wall oven. You can see the times there, no time there. So, I did some Googling. I don't really know what I'm doing, but that's why we're gonna fix this together. I flipped the breaker. They say to flip it off a few times, flip it off for a couple minutes at a time. And that didn't do anything, still nothing. So we are going to take it apart. There is a chance it might be what they call a thermal fuse. So we're going to tackle that and see. So first we have to remove this door. So there's these clips right here you flip up and then it kind of locks in. And you just lift it out like that. I'll go put it somewhere safe. Hey kids, you want to come trip over this wall oven door? So now, in order to get these screws off of here, we have to slide it out a bit, which means we got to remove that screw, and we got to remove that screw right there. And don't worry about the wall oven door. I put it somewhere where the kids will never see it or play with it. Their toy box.
I want some more toys. And I want some more toys too.
That comes out. Now that I have those screws out, I'm able to slide the oven out a little bit. So those are the screws on each side I have to get out. So I'll have to pull that other side out a little bit further. But those are the screws I'm going to tackle next. Okay, let's remove these screws. One, two, and then that trim piece needs to come off. I've already taken the screws off the other side. Now let's take this panel off. Okay, there we go. So, I think this is the thermal fuse that they've been talking about. So let's get the voltmeter and test that out. Yes, the power's still on. Here's my voltmeter. Let's put it to AC volts. As you can see, I've hooked up the one end to the ground. You can see that's a ground there. And then I'm trying to do this while holding the camera so you can see the volts. And I'm going to put it in on this end of the fuse. 122 on that side of the thermal fuse. Now we're going to go on this side of the thermal fuse, right here. And as you can see, there's nothing. So that means the thermal fuse is no good. So let's go back over here, test it. 122. Let's go back over here. I'm definitely touching metal. You can hear the kids downstairs, I'm sure. Nothing. So that means that right there, the thermal fuse is gone. So let's go turn the breaker off and remove that thermal fuse. Okay, let's turn this oven off. Oven 43, 45, 43 and 45 off. Okay, so the breaker is off. So let's test this just to make sure we have no power. Let's see there. Nothing. And then of course nothing on here. Nothing on here. Okay. So let's take the thermal fuse out. Just kidding. It should just unplug though. There. And then it's clipped on here, as you can see. I'll have to squeeze those tabs. There, got that off finally. Just push each side of these tabs. There. And then this one. There and there and there. So there is the thermal fuse. So let's do a test on this fuse now. Okay, so we are going to do a continuity test on this fuse. So what that involves is going to there and changing it to the continuity setting, which is that right there. So what that does is, you'll see, when you hit them together, it beeps. So it's sending a signal. So it should beep when I put these together. And there's nothing. So that right there proves that my thermal fuse is no longer good, which is awesome that I found what was wrong. There, see, nothing, no beep. But yet, when I get a good fuse, it should beep. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna run to town, get a fuse, and stay tuned. We'll do a continuity test on the good fuse, and then we'll install it and hope the oven gets back up and running. Okay, it wasn't 6 months, but it was 10 whole days it took to get this part. I ordered it from a local appliance repair place in my city. So once I got it, I looked up the part number on Amazon and I found it for actually way cheaper on Amazon. So I'll put a link in to that in the description. But let's do a continuity test like I did before. So we'll go again, we're gonna turn it to there, I actually found a good voltmeter my buddy uses on Amazon, so I'll put that in the description also. Very inexpensive. So here is, okay, so let's test this fuse and see. This is the old fuse, nothing. Let's test the new fuse. And look at that, it's working. So that means that fuse is good. So let's go put it in. Okay, let's put in this new fuse. So, plug in like that, there. And this is gonna plug in like that. There. And there. Okay. So, let's put it back together. I don't think you need to see that. And we'll flip the breaker on. I actually wanted to show you guys how this door goes in. So you just put it like that, and get it in there, and then you can see you push down, and then you flip those tabs back like that, and then the door's locked in. So now let's go turn the breaker on and see if it works. Okay, let's see if this oven will work. Okay, honey, you can turn the breaker on. Look at that. We've got power to the panel. We haven't had power to the panel. There we go. Well, looks like we fixed it. So, look at that, light comes on, everything works. So you know what, actually what I think I did wrong was lately when to cool the oven off, I've been leaving the door open. But actually when you leave the door shut, it cools and blows out the bottom. So I think what I'm gonna do is not crack the oven open to cool it off. And we'll see if that fixes it. If not, well, you'll see another video. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. There's a link to the fuse, a link to a good voltmeter, and please subscribe and leave a comment if you like. Thanks.